Ex-President Harry S. Truman and his family sail into San Francisco after a month's vacation in the Hawaiian Islands. Mr. Truman says it was the best vacation of his life, and daughter Margaret agrees. And now it's home to Independence, Missouri for the suntanned Trumans. In Washington, D.C., President Eisenhower holds an unprecedented conference of state governors to discuss vital defense and foreign policy problems. Governors from 45 states and 5 territories attend the meeting to share secrets relating to the Cold War and defense measures. The president says that in times like these, the responsibilities of local governments are immense. Lieutenant Franciszek Jaruski, a Polish jet flyer who flew from behind the Iron Curtain to Denmark and freedom, arrives in New York. His daring flight delivered the first Russian-made MiG-15 in perfect condition to Western authorities. The self-liberated flyer says Poland boils over with discontent. At Winchester, Virginia, it's the 16th annual Shenandoah Apple Blossom Festival. Queen of the Blossoms is Catherine Eisenhower, 19-year-old niece of the president. Her coronation takes place in the rain. General James A. Van Fleet crowns the lovely Penn State co-ed, who, despite the damp weather, radiates the colorful ceremonies with the charm of true royalty. Long live the Queen!
PFC Joseph Picerno, limping into his dad's trembling arms, knows that he's home. Home with all the Picernos after 18 months behind his communist captor's barbed wire enclosures. Home to an unforgettable welcome. And best of all, back to the new Picerno home in New York City. Home with a message. Keep plugging. Stop communism from spreading. Jose Garcia's mother, too, can offer humble thanks for the answer to her prayers. Together again in their Los Angeles home, mother and son can forget the fears of the past in an old-fashioned fiesta. Jose Garcia, Mexican by birth, volunteered to fight for his adopted land. Today he returns, every inch a hero. A giant plane brings joy to still another family as PFC George Hart, wounded on Old Baldy, comes home. For Mother Hart, the agony of anxious weeks is ended. Her George is back, and she knows he will be all right. And what can a father say in this happiest moment a parent could know? In the St. Albans, New York Naval Hospital with family, friends, and the Hart Collie, G.I. George looks to a bright new life. In the shadow of Arizona's Camelback Mountain, Ann Miller watches an Indian weaver at work on a Navajo rug. Ann is wearing a typical Western squaw dress patterned after those of the Indian women. Her dress features rows of white and gold rickrack. Nearby, little Peggy Burns takes a look at a great big horse and a great big cowboy. Peggy wears a two-piece squaw dress similar to Ann's. Don, the cowboy, gives her a ride. At Jokaki Inn, another Valley of the Sun resort close by Phoenix, another of the Arizona Fashion Council Western designs is modeled by Ann. She appears in an off-the-shoulder blouse with a circle skirt. The colorful skirt is hand-painted with wonderful Indian figures. That's a mighty big saguaro, partner. Ann adds to the scenery at beautiful Camelback Inn in a strapless dress of black linen trimmed with rows of braid. A matching stole completes the outfit. It's just the thing to wear for a pleasant afternoon in Arizona.
Old Churchill Downs is jammed with racing fans for the 79th running of the Kentucky Derby. There are 11 starters, but the Alfred Vanderbilts only have eyes for their native dancer, unbeaten in 11 races and the odds-on choice. And they're off. It's a good start on the fast track. The horses battle for position in this classic mile-and-a-quarter run for the Roses and a first-place jackpot of $90,000. That's Dark Star, a 25-to-1 shot, swinging over from the outside to take the lead as the field pounds past the stands. Correspondent is second. Native Dancer is back in the pack. Dark Star is flashing the speed that won him the Derby trial 4 days before. Along the backstretch, Dark Star is still out in front with Correspondent second and Native Dancer bumped on the first turn, moving up on the outside. He's got a long way to come. Now, slow motion. Around the last turn, it's Dark Star, with jockey Henry Marino riding the race of his life in the lead, and Native Dancer closing ground. The camera catches the grace and power of racing thoroughbreds at their finest. Down the home stretch, watch Native Dancer, second on the inside, drive for the lead. It's strictly a two-horse race with a lightly regarded Dark Star clinging stubbornly to his lead. 100,000 hearts pound to the driving tempo of Dark Star and Native Dancer. The big gray colt swings to the outside for more running room and is cutting the lead with every stride. But that front-running colt won't yield. It seems he knows horse racing immortality is only seconds away. But the Dancer keeps coming on. Can he make it? No, it's Dark Star by a head in near record time in a stunning upset victory in the Kentucky Derby.